Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's doing well. As you can see, I brought my friends. These are my classmates. The nice thing about them is I don't have to tell them to, hey, stop talking to. I mean, not that. I mean, that's okay, but you know, they seem to pay attention, seem to do pretty well, and they're kind of actually a lot of company in this time where don't have a whole lot of company. Oh, and also, uh, my new game, Waffleopoly. Like Monopoly, Waffleopoly. I highly recommend it. Now, a couple things. Past due assignments. Make sure you check the grade book. If you have a 0 and you have an M, that means it's a missing assignment. That 0 will stay there until you send me the assignment. When you send me the assignment, I will take the 0 off. Probably take the M off too. And if I don't haven't taken the M off for you, I'll try to. The M just is kind of a clue to you that, hey, I'm missing this assignment. And you need to go on the online portal and you need to find that assignment, print it off, do what you have to do, and get it submitted to me, and then I'll correct the grades accordingly. Okay, so try and stay up on that, guys. Most of you are. ReadWorks. Make sure you check ReadWorks. Make sure that's something that's part of kind of what you do. Look at ReadWorks. I will add assignments. Sometimes it's just an article. Sometimes, like the other day, if I post one, it has like a lot of articles to it. Usually you can just read one. Unless your mom or dad wants you to read all of them, then that's great. But normally you can just kind of read one, and that's okay. Google Drive assignments. I have sent some assignments that will be on, shared them with you on Google Drive, on the drive, and you should be able to access the drive. And on those assignments, you will see there's specific instructions. One says deal with some partners because originally it's going to deal with a partner, but mom, dad, brother, sister can be your partner if you want. But and then you onto those forms will be able to type your answers, and then you should be able to share them back with me. Okay, kind of save you a little bit of time. And again, as I said the other day, and as I've said a number of times, take your time. Make sure you're giving me thorough answers. Some of you are losing points because again, you're not thoroughly answering the question. You're just in a hurry to get finished. You want to get it done, and I understand that temptation, but again, I will grade that accordingly. So take your time. Make sure there's spelling, punctuation. Doesn't take long to go over that and look at those things and make sure they're correct. Now, one thing we're going to be looking at, coming off of, again, we looked at Age of Exploration. We looked at some explorers the other day, and they're all in search of territory. They're all in search of things for, you've answered that on ReadWorks. You've answered on some other questions. They wanted glory. They wanted gold. Many of them for God. The three G's. If you can remember the three G's of exploration: gold, glory, and God, or glory, gold, and God, or gold, glory, God, whatever, something like that. But the three G's were really the main reasons why a lot of people went on explorations back at that time. And we're going to look at now, when we looked at the triangular slave trade, that is actually something that will be tied into the 13 colonies in what is now the United States. Because as we said, the colonies, again, will begin to produce certain things that will need to be sold, and Europe will be the one who wants to buy a lot of that, so that triangular slave trade will have been established or will be established. Now, you also receive a PowerPoint. Hopefully this one is not an issue like the one the other day. I don't think it will be, but hopefully not. And this one has to do with the colonies. It has to do with colonization. Okay, and what is a colony? Is going to be one of the first slides. And of course, a colony is a group of people, and they're a group of people that leave a lot of times a native country to go somewhere else. In this case, many of them left like Portugal and Spain and France and these other countries, and in search of or going to new territory that had been discovered. In the Americas case, some of that had already been discovered, and so these people saw an opportunity to leave their native country for a number of reasons. You talked about explorers. You talked about some of them just like the challenge. Many of these explorations, as they became established, you didn't have just explorers. You had native people looking for a new life. You had missionaries looking to spread the word of God. You had a number of people on these ships that made a choice to take this journey. Now, again, a colony, making your notes or just making in your head or wherever you do it, again, it's a group of people who leave their native country, okay, and they're going to a new land. Now, some examples of some colonies, you will see that when you look at the slides or some countries, I'm not going to go through them because you can look at them and you don't really need me to read them to you. The countries these were all colonies at one time. Okay, so again, the English colonies in India, when you look at that slide, the Portuguese colonies in Africa. Okay, remember England, the Portuguese again, strong relationship with Africa. The colonies in Americas. Now, these include Spain, Portugal, France, England, Russia, and the Netherlands. They established colonies in the Americas. And on your slides, you'll see a map. And if you look at the key to the left, you'll see the different colors that match up to the different colonies that were at one time part of, were before it was the United States, was North America. Okay. Now, and then you will see another slide. I think it's like slide number 9, which will be the 13 colonies. And when we look at the 13 colonies, again, understand we start at 1, we end up with 13, and they're going to be broken into different regions. You're going to have the north, let's say the northern, you're going to have the middle, and then you'll have the south, the southern colonies, and each one of them will be significant. Each one of them will have something unique or many unique things about them that are part of who they are and why people settled in those areas. Okay, and again, if you think about it, our world today would be totally different without colonization. When you look at the slides, you'll see, people in Mexico wouldn't speak Spanish. The United States would not exist as it did today, and people in Canada wouldn't speak French or English. So colonization has had a huge impact on the world and of course, impacted us in North America. Now, some reasons for colonization. And these are things you want to make note of. And as you follow these PowerPoints along, you might want to be making some notes because I'm going to have a quiz or some type of online assessment on these, and they will relate to, like the slides, they'll relate to your Age of Exploration notebook, just some of the key terms, some of the key points, that we want to look over, and I want you to look over, and I want you to understand as we go through them. Now, one of the big reasons people left was for religious freedom. And if you look in the slides, you'll see, I think it's slide 13, especially groups that traveled to British America. They were in search of religious freedom. There are going to be a number of different groups. The Puritans, I'm sure you studied those and talked about them in lower school. They were unhappy with the Church of England. Remember, the Church of England, we talked about that, was started because King Henry VIII had a disagreement with the Pope. So he just started his own church. Okay, but there were people who didn't agree with everything about the king and everything about the King of England. And of course, many of the settlers, okay, that's why they went on these explorations and wanted to, in some ways, establish these new colonies to get away from. Although the colony was an extension of the king or the kingdom or the land, they wanted to get away from that. Okay, and they wanted to maybe try and start a new life where they weren't living like right underneath the king, and where he had a lot of control over them. A little harder to control somebody when they're hundreds of miles away, and you can't just email them or text them or phone them. Back in that day, that just wouldn't happen. So it could be a number of months, long period of time before maybe a ship would make its way back with something coming from order or something coming from a king. So it was a little bit different than living in England as opposed to living over in the Americas. Now, again, we'll look at each one of these, but religious freedoms was one. The freedom to worship, as you will. And when we look at the breakdown of the colonies, okay, you'll see a certain section of the East Coast of the United States where the Puritans settled. Okay. Many of them came for wealth. You guys wrote that in your answers on some of your read works. When you talked about, why do people explore? Well, it's for gold, for money, obviously. Natural resources. After things were discovered in the United States, gold and some things like that, people came to the United States for that chance to possibly cash in or benefit from those natural resources. All right. Now, cash crops. This is something that, part of the triangular slave trade. This will be something that'll be, of course, especially to the South, when we've talked about cash crops, those things that you grow, those things that after they're grown you sell and you make money. You get cash for the crop. Now it's subject to weather, it's subject to a number of different things, but the South was driven, and the 13 colonies, much of the mid-Atlantic area and coming south was driven by cash crops. Tobacco, cotton, two of the big ones. And there was a need for those over in Europe. And so, again, they become a huge part of this triangular trade that we've talked about, that we've looked at, in the last couple lessons. Now, land ownership, that was something, that was new as well. In most situations, okay, land ownership in England, was only for the wealthy. If you had money, we've always talked about that if you had money and you had land, you had power. And that power normally was over those who didn't have as much. Look back in look back at the early days, the Middle Ages, we talked about that. Look back at the peasants and those people that, again, were subject to somebody who had more money because they had land. This idea of going to a new world or a new territory, okay, with the possibility of you're the first one there, you're able to possibly establish or have your own land, which was, a selling point or a driving point to many of the people who left England, France, Spain, a number of countries to make their way over, make this journey over if they survive to the New World. Trade routes. Again, Asian goods, as it says over here, like spices, that were highly prized in Europe. But the Eastern trade route of establishing new routes from the colonies and over to Europe and back. Now, along with this, think about this as an explorer. Think about this as a person. If, let's say, you were one of these people and you decided, hey, I just want to go to this new land. You're going to face possibly, what are some of your challenges? And again, you're going to a dangerous and unknown territory. You're going to an area that you're not familiar with. I don't know, back when I was your age and growing up, we used to be able to go out and explore a lot. I don't know if we can do that. You can do that so much now, but where I grew up in Virginia, we could just go out and go off into the woods and was it dangerous? Yeah, maybe. Not like overly dangerous. Obviously you want to pay attention to where you were and didn't want to get lost. But it was unknown territory. And it was fun to go out and discover new things and find new things. Well, these people were the same way. But it was an unknown territory. And there's many things about it that they were not familiar with. And we're going to look at that. Okay? We're going to look at some about, like the Roanoke colony. Briefly, the colony that just disappeared. You're like, what? Disappeared? Yeah, they just disappeared. You can read about them, and I don't know if anybody's 100% sure what happened to them. They're not sure if they died off by disease. They don't know if they were attacked by any. It's really kind of a mystery. Okay, and so, there were many unknown dangers. They had to build relationships. They had to build relationships with the Native Americans. Okay, and again, all of those things, bringing their culture over, and then you have the Native Americans, the Indians especially, with the 13 colonies, they had their own culture. And think about that. Think about somebody coming over to where you live now and kind of, as they say, upsetting your apple cart. You've got everything in place and you kind of like it. Hey, life's going pretty good. But hey, here are these new people, that are coming over and they're trying to tell me that maybe the way I live or the way I think or the things I do are maybe not the way I should be doing them. Yet somehow I've survived all along. So the relationships between the colonists and the Native Americans and in many cases good relationships. Okay. Distance from your country, from your home country. Remember back in the day, it's not like you could pick up a phone and call somebody. You can't text somebody. You couldn't email them. And so a lot of you and most of us, you're kind of when I say a homebody, home person, yeah, it's fun to go places, but you always like to come back home. Think about going somewhere brand new. Think about somewhere where there's new people. Think about where it's many unknown things about it. And once you get there, there's a good chance you're not coming back. You can't just hop on a plane and fly back home. So, there were a number of challenges and a number of reasons why, okay, they went on these explorations. We said religious freedom, okay, to worship and gain freedom out from under a king for wealth. They wanted to make money. Natural resources, those things they began to discover in the Americas are one that they could possibly, use, reproduce, make money with, and ship back over to England or ship back over to Europe. Okay, cash crops, same thing. Something they could easily grow and sell and make money. The ability to possibly own land. Okay, and also understand again they face many challenges. So when you look at this PowerPoint I'm going to send you, you're going to have some assignments that, again, as I said, I sent them in Google, and they're on Google Drive. And you should be able to type your answers in, but think about your questions. Think about what you're doing. Again, try to shy away from this idea of let me do this as fast as I can, because many of you that are doing that, your grades, are reflecting that, or will reflecting that, or will reflect that. Okay, so those of you that are, as a recap, those of you that are missing assignments, if there's an M in the book, if there's a 0 in the book, you need to get it fixed. It will be removed when I get the assignment. Okay, so again, I'll be sending some emails out either today or tomorrow, I'm sure, to contact some parents, because some of you are just not, you're not following through on what you need to do. Remember, I've always talked about that. Take ownership for your work. You guys have a great Wednesday. We will set up a Google Meet. Keep an eye. Probably have a Google Meet tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Wednesday today. And again, just look at the online portal. Look at the grade book, because a grade book many times, I know maybe there's been a couple times where I didn't put the ReadWorks assignment onto the online portal, but it was in the grade book. And people didn't, you're not looking at it. You're just looking for one thing. But again, just like when you ask me a question and I say, have you read the directions? Have you researched it? Have you looked at it? Okay. Check all your sources. Check your online portal. Check your grade book. Check ReadWorks. Make sure those things, check all of them. Just because something is not there in front of you, sometimes I say ReadWorks because sometimes that doesn't get put over there. Doesn't mean that you don't have something due. Okay? So you guys, I miss you guys. I hope y'all are all doing well. My wrong side. My people miss you. Again, they're keeping me company, and also in some downtime. I think they deliver, but I've done Friday takeout, guys. So waffleopoly. All right. Love you guys. Be good. And as I've seen before, here's a poke.